Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. So, recognizing and resolving the long-term unhappiness you've been feeling in your relationship. And maybe you've been in this relationship a really long time, 20 years, 30 years, even 5 years. 1 year is long. You're already feeling unhappy. You've been feeling unhappy and discontent. Well, what's causing you to feel that way? Is it the person's traits, their personality, habits that they have that annoy you and irritate you, certain quirks within themselves that you don't really like, that trigger you, that bother you? Or maybe it's their lack thereof, what they're lacking. Maybe not giving you enough attention, not treating you in a way that you want to be treated, not listening to you. You're not able to speak with them. Whatever that may be, you've been feeling unhappy. And you've been feeling discontent in your relationship. And the longer that lingers on, the more that feeling will take over and be dominant within you. And you'll just be unhappy seemingly forever. But there is a way. There is a way to regain your happiness. And there is a way to either restore that happiness in the relationship or find that happiness all on your own. And it starts with you. What's going on with you? What's causing this unhappiness? And sometimes we think it's everything that we know about that's in our head that constantly works itself through the catalog of these things are making me unhappy. But there's one underlying variant below that. And that's that variant that we want to find. But you can't see that variant on your own. You can't realize what that true underlying problem is, because all of these things that are cataloged within your mind are just frequently running through your mind constantly. And so that's why I suggest getting help to work through your thoughts. Because when you're wrapped up in that unhappiness, that emotion is playing over and over and over again. So it's hard for you to be that third party, that outside perspective, to look in and actually see why you're truly unhappy, to get to the core reason of why you're feeling unhappy. And happiness is a job all on our own. We make ourselves happy. We can choose happiness. We can make ourselves feel happy through our thoughts and the way we think. And that will create an emotion of how we feel, the feeling of happiness. And yes, other people can make us happy. Other people can contribute to that happiness. But being happy is our job to do for ourselves. And we don't ask other people to make us happy. We don't expect other people to make us happy. They are a contributing factor to our happiness. And so when you're feeling unhappy all the time, you're feeling a lot of discontent. What are you discontent about at the moment? What is standing at the forefront of your mind that feels like it's drawing you back from being able to be happy? I want you to just think about that for a moment. And it could be a lot of things, but what's that one thing that just feels very unhappy to you, that just takes over all the other emotions, all the other thoughts that you're thinking? What's that one thing that's making you so unhappy right now? When we look at our unhappiness, when we look at our discontent in our relationship, we can really actually start unfolding other things that are going on within us that are aiding to that unhappiness. Because it's not usually just that one thing, it's multiple things relating to that one underlying thing. And it's that one underlying thing that we need to shift in order to actually feel relief and get to that point of happiness. But until we shift that, we'll never be able to be happy in our relationship. We'll never be happy with the other person that's in our relationship. We can separate, we can move away from that person and still not be happy because there's something going on. And is it a self-esteem issue? Maybe. Is it the way you feel about yourself? Probably. Is it the way that Maybe you're perceiving things around you, or you've grown up in this environment and you've never known the feeling of what happiness feels like. Probably. So just want you to think, what is happiness to you? And drop it in the chat below. I'd love to know, what does happiness mean to you? Love to hear from you. Expand on that, because everybody has their own definition of happiness. Happiness comes from within. So if you're unhappy in your relationship and you have tried to work through it yourself, you've tried to talk with the other person, you've tried to write about it, you've even gone to traditional therapy about it, and it's just always been on the surface level, you've never gotten to the deeper root issues, then really, let's deep dive into your mind, because your mind is what's holding the answer. The answer is deeply in your mind, and it's always going to be there. You just need to have the right person to tap into that, help you release that emotion, release those thoughts, shift the way you're feeling so you can actually be happy. Hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.